Folks, it seems like Clavicular might have actually gotten to JD Vance, because I don't know if you remember, but it was a little while ago that Clavicular, the crazy Looksmaxxing live streamer, he went viral for saying that he wouldn't vote for JD Vance in the next presidential election. He felt like Gavin Newsom was a much more worthy candidate of his vote because he was handsome, 6'3", Chad, and that he mogged JD Vance, and he said JD Vance was essentially subhuman. He was fat, he's out of shape, and he said, how could you even run the country if you can't even keep yourself in shape? Well, now it turns out apparently JD Vance heard that. His feelings were probably hurt. He might have got on the Ozempic, he might have got himself a personal trainer, but JD Vance has lost weight, and it's going crazy, all right? We just seen the reveal of JD Vance having lost his weight, and President Trump shouted him out. So I'm going to break it all down to you in this video, okay? I'm going to let you guys know, all right, what is going on. But this clip just came out. This was Trump at the podium joking about how much weight JD Vance had actually lost, said he was looking amazing after basically deciding to go on a Looksmaxxing journey.
The White House, including Vice President J.D. Vance. I think J.D. is J.D. here. Where is J.D.? Hi, J.D. He's lost weight. He got a little thinner, and I'm looking for a heavy set gentleman, and now I find a perfect looking specimen. He's doing a great job, and he's working on the deal, right? How's that moving? Is it okay? The big deal? It's going good, sir. You see it happening?
We're going to brief you too.
So if it doesn't happen, I'm blaming J.D. Vance. If it does happen, I'm taking full credit. No, I think it'll be. I think it has to happen. I think they're desperate. Attorney General Pam.
So look, all right, even Trump shouting him out for looking good. Now, let's take a glance back at what might have actually led to this transformation, okay? Basically, it would be this sort of very infamous clip where Clavicular would kind of touch upon his thoughts on
Yeah, but I mean,
Vance.
like this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against JD Vance because JD Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
JD Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad. Yeah, but I mean, like this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against JD Vance because JD Vance is subhuman and
So that's what we're dealing with, right? So JD's just popped out with a new interview, right? He's popped up on Benny Johnson's channel, and he's looking pretty slim. He's looking slender. He's looking in quite good shape. He's not looking subhuman no more, all right? I guess he's been Looksmaxxing. He might have been bone smashing. He's looking a lot better than he used to look back in the day. He looks completely different, okay? And I personally do think Clavicular's comments did get to him. Honestly, I do feel like Clavicular saying that he was subhuman and that he gets mogged by Gavin Newsom. JD Vance really wants to be the president, okay? And if losing a little bit of weight, getting in the gym, cutting down on them carbs, he's looking more presidential, I'm not going to lie to you. So, and this wasn't an isolated incident, okay? Clavicular had been very outspoken about, you know, JD Vance's subhuman status in several interviews, including this one with Steiny. Where is it? Where's the audio?
Vance.
JD Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
Why do you prefer Gavin Newsom? Is it because he's a better looking guy?
In the 2028 election, when you put someone who is completely unpresentable, morbidly obese, versus someone who is a lot taller, a lot better looking, a lot better charisma, they're going to win that election.
You've been going at it with...
So he's basically just saying, look, it's straight up, he's just straight up subhuman, right? He's too fat to run the country. I just want to impress upon you the transformation that's really gone on here, okay? This is JD Vance in his recent Benny Johnson interview. This came out just a few days ago. He's looking slim, he's looking well. And this is him back in the day, all right? A lot of people have hated on him over the years, but this is how he looked back in the day on the come up, all right? Very, very different. You know, a little bit more along what Clavicular was saying, okay? People are hating on him in this is in the pop culture chat. They're saying JD Vance is a bully who hides behind fragile masculinity. Let's make this beardless photo of JD the first thing that shows up when you type in his name. He's definitely not mogging in that picture, okay? And people are hating on him. Yeah, they're definitely not feeling him. It says he looks like a shitty small town business owner who hates his employees and lives on credit while having no actual assets of value, okay? Pretty tough. And there would be footage of a beardless JD Vance back in the day as well, from his period, interestingly enough, when he was actually a critic of Donald Trump. Very ironic. Check this out.
One of the takeaways is not just that the Republican Party base is somehow fundamentally flawed in a way that's unique in American political history. It's that Trump is a really bad candidate and, frankly, I think a really bad person.
Well, we can all change. He's lost weight. He's lost some of those opinions too. Now, later recordings would later show Vance with the beard that would sort of become a staple of his political image during his rise to vice presidency. And I'm not going to lie, as a recent beard acquiree, all right, my beard's still kind of patchy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not the best. I would say it's a boneless beard, but I look much better with the beard. Honestly, I look much better with the beard. And let's be real, JD Vance, he a big guy. I put on a little weight, all right. If I didn't have the beard, I might have 2-3 chins knocking around here. So the beard is the tactical beard deployment does make a lot of sense. I'm not going to lie to you. And JD Vance with the beard was pretty iconic. I'm not going to lie. It was a good look.
Are you a racist?
wait. No, I wasn't even expecting that. But the beard, I don't know, the beard hitting different. It kind of hiding that double chin. It's kind of firming his face up. It's working. Now, I'm not racist, but I'm rocking with the beard.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall. They censor us, but it doesn't change the truth. Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country. This issue is personal. I nearly lost my mother to the poison coming across our border. No child should grow up an orphan. I'm JD Vance, and I approve this message because whatever they call us, we will put America first.
I mean, he's looking more and more presidential, right? When he was looking like a little chubby ball-shaped man. This is why you definitely should not share this JD Vance meme. I feel like this plus Clavicular really got to him, realistically. So there is now some debate, actually, there's been some debate before, as to whether JD Vance is already a part of the Looksmaxxing community and uses one of their very well-known methods of actually using eyeliner to make himself look better. They're saying JD Vance wearing eyeliner. Some people have suggested he's done that to make himself look better. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just how his eyes be looking. Saying it's the evil Kirk makeup. Looking like a Clockwork Orange. Looking fabulous, okay? But he might have been Looksmaxxing, okay? Because apparently this is something that Clavicular himself does, all right? This is how he rolls.
So call it sus, call it whatever, but we're Looksmaxxing, we're not looks improving.
All right, so here is what's called a waterline pen. And the idea with this is to create contrast between your sclera and your lower eyelids, okay? And, you know, that's a very subtle thing. You don't go too hard. Like, you wouldn't be able to know that I did it unless I showed you on the live stream. So call it.
So look, apparently JD Vance might have been getting busy with the eyeliner. All right, that's what's going down. Now, you know, Clavicular apparently has a whole bunch of techniques. Okay, he does use makeup to accentuate and sharpen the appearance of his jawline when he's not smashing it in with a hammer.
So this is how you fraud your jawline, now they mention it. So you have your jawline right here. What you could do is you could take, this is called a waterline pen, eyeliner pen, whatever, and you want to get one that doesn't specify about budge or not. I'm just going to go along here and blend down. You see? So that's how you do it. Bang. That's how you fraud your jawline. Even from the front, it looks a lot better. Here we go. So this is how you fraud your jawline.
I ain't gonna lie, it actually looked pretty good. I don't need to do that because I've got beard, because I'm beard maxing currently, just like JD Vance. But anyway, okay, basically, look, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like JD Vance is looking good. I actually feel like he's looking good, all right? I don't really care if he's wearing a little eyeliner. I don't really care if he's Looksmaxxing, whether he's lost some weight. Some people are saying he's on the Ozempic. Look, I'm honestly all for it. I'm all for it, okay? If he wants to Looksmax, be my guest, all right? But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. I thought it was interesting. I think he definitely did that because of Clavicular's pressure, some of those insults he hurled. But there you go. I don't know what he did to do it, but he's looking much better. Anyway, let me know what you thought of that video. Go and watch the video I just dropped on the Pooh Shiesty case. That's definitely crazy. I'm going to be back with a couple more political videos for you today. And yeah, stay locked in, folks. This was just a short one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm out for now. Peace.